Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. This is DJ, the Money Coach, coming to you from the Seven Spheres of Money system. On behalf of our family, we want to wish your family a safe and happy New Year. 2021 has been amazing. We are humbled by the generosity that you have shown us to allow us to come into your family and teach you how to become consumer debt free, increase your credit scores, open up businesses, and learn how to do the Pay Yourself First program. So we want to thank you and your family and wish everyone a happy and safe New Year's and bring 2022 in with peace, prosperity, and good health. And we love the fact that you allowed us to earn your trust through the Seven Spheres of Money program. We have been humbled with record-breaking year, record-breaking month, and we could not have done it without you investing in us and allowing us to show you in 20 years, working with 25,000 people, how we can help you become consumer debt free, have an 800 credit score, and create a pom-pom lifestyle with a six-figure income by applying the four dirty little words. Number one is discipline. Number two, accountability. Number three, plug into the Seven Spheres of Money system. And number four, put the work in. So if you got into debt overnight, you can get out of debt overnight. But if it took you 5 to 10 years like it did me, it's going to take 5 to 10 years to get you out of debt. So we're going to walk you through, and we're going to thank you. If you just bought our book, or if you actually invested in our executive membership program, or if you actually done major investments with us, we want to thank everybody from the bottom of our hearts and show you how much we appreciate your patronage and how much we appreciate you working with Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor of 18 years that we've worked together with, James Lane Jr., our CPA that we worked with for several years, our attorney, Lisa K. Shebar, who's been with us for 16 years, and also Nick Westbrooks, who's been with us from the beginning, who started just like you as a client of ours 3 years ago and now runs our whole complete operation. So we want to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts. We want to wish you a happy and safe New Year's. And we want to bring you sincerely a pom-pom lifestyle foundation in 2022. And that's plenty of money and peace of mind. And we really want you to come join us on the Beaches of the World Club. And your beach may not be water and sand. It's wherever you find your tranquility and your peace of mind, and you can be 100% you without any debt and be not a second-rate citizen, but a first-class one through and through. I'm DJ, the Money Coach. We love you. God bless. Happy New Year.
All right, all right. Welcome to Nick's Knowledge and Notions NQ Science Series, brought to you by the Seven Spheres of Money. And as always, before we get into the show, like the video, share, and subscribe. And we're excited about a lot. First thing that I noticed upon going live, we have reached the 800 subscriber threshold. So we're only 200 away from 1,000. So continue to share the content, share the channel, have everybody, subscribe and help us get to 1,000, so we can continue to spread this good news about the pom-pom lifestyle. And coming into this new year, we have even more great news and great things that we're working on. So happy New Year to everybody. I hope everyone had a safe and enjoyable New Year. I know I did. Had some great holidays, a great Christmas, great New Year. So we'll recap that and talk about what we're excited for this year. So So DJ, what's going on? Happy New Year to you, brother. How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing great, brother. I mean, yeah. Happy New Year. We back.
Yeah, we are.
We back, man. Yep. That's right. Let the scruff grow in. We're just rolling with that for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, I'm really, man, I'm so sincerely happy. We're blessed. I'm grateful. Um, Everybody's health is doing well. First and foremost, I want to say, hey, everybody, take care of yourselves, vaccinated and non-vaccinated. The first thing I would recommend that you do is actually, change your eating habits, increase your vitamin consumption, start working out, your water consumption, you know, and, let me first and foremost say, I'm not a physician. I'm not a nutritionist. So anything that I say to you, go get professional licensed help first and foremost. But I firmly believe, in my unadulterated, humble, but accurate opinion, that if you do these things that I'm recommending to you, you will be better off health-wise, physically and mentally. And I give you 3 guesses, Nick, and the first 2 don't count, that I can pretty much guarantee it if you're starting at a clean slate. Why? Because I'm only telling you what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. I eliminated a lot of the unnecessary stuff. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. I still, partake of some nice beverages every now and then, which I did on my birthday, which I did on New Year's. But I learned to discipline myself so I can have a longer, healthier, active, rewarding, and high quality life. And what you got to understand is the CDC and all these, procrastinators and prognosticators, or whatever the word is, and I bastardized the word, so it don't matter, because when you're free, you can say whatever you want to say. But you understand what I'm saying, so you understand what I mean. So this would be the difference between what people call whatever dialect, colloquialisms, or whatever you want to call them, but you know what I'm talking about. So what I mean, and I'm just going off on a tangent, but this is just coming from the heart because I'm excited about the blessings that have been bestowed upon us. If you do these things and be proactive, consume vitamin C, consume vitamin D, eliminate, unnecessary, white, products and stuff, you'll be a lot healthier. I don't need to shoot myself up with pharmaceutical drugs. Now, I'm not against pharmaceutical drugs, but that's my last alternative. I don't have any endorsements with anybody, but what I come to find is in my own body, who knows your body better than you when you're an adult? When you're a child and everything else, that's different. But when you're an adult, you should know your body better than your physician. But anyway, man, let me get off of that. So let's get on with this new year. So, man, it's so many great things to be, happy about. And the most important thing is give the people the roses and the flowers, Nick, while they're alive right now. I think that's one thing that the pandemic is shared with everybody. And a lot of people talk about these great resignations. People are finding out that their jobs are not fulfilling. The paycheck is, but the job is not. So now if you want to be totally free in the pandemic world, you got to have some discernible skill sets that are in high demand, regardless of the technology or anything. So I'm going to turn it back over to you. Now I'm going to say goodbye to my daughter real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure. Hey, yeah, I actually, that health piece, I was actually just thinking about that before we went live. Of course, I always try to do the same myself as far as cutting out certain unhealthy foods and increasing my water intake and doubling down on those vitamins and supplements, especially during the winter time. Because I live in the Northeast, and it so I actually have winter here. It gets cold. DJ is in Texas, so he can probably count on one hand how many cold days he gets. Down in the Southwest. Also the less sunlight, during the days. So I usually try to double down on all of that this time of the year. Even with the holidays, being around people, groups of people, I try to double down on those things. So being that this is the New Year's show, going into the new year, it's a clean slate for me because during the last quarter, while I did double down on some things with my health, there are other areas that I need to recalibrate on, specifically with working out and exercise. Especially during the last quarter of 2021 when things got really busy between DJ the Money Coach and my regular job. Things got busy and I fell off a little bit with my exercise and around towards the end of November, December, I saw, I experienced the effects of that. I didn't get sick, but I did notice how my body became vulnerable because I was missing that element, along with all of the sickness that's going on, around the country now. My body became vulnerable, became a little weak during that time. So one of the main things I'm going to focus on and my goals for 2022 is I always focus on my health, but having that clean slate and starting over and refocusing on the health. I'll use that word. I'll say refocus and really double down on all of my healthy practices, which I started this week. As soon as I felt strong enough to get out and do things, besides going to work, I doubled down on that exercise. I re-upped on those vitamins, and that is definitely the first priority when it comes to 2022 and setting those goals for 2022. So of course, increasing the water intake, staying consistent with my eating habits and my supplements and exercising at least 4 times out of the week. That's what I'm starting with on that topic of health. Since DJ brought that up, I decided to just go off of that and start there, with this New Year's show, because the health is the most important wealth. So when we talk about the 7 spheres of money, we talk about personal finance, but we always emphasize that health is the number one and most important vehicle of health. So that's what I'm starting with for 2022.
Oh yeah, and hey, get with Dr. Sylvia Hollowell, the best physician on the planet. I might be biased in saying so, but she is extraordinary. And she talks about nutrition. One of the only physicians that actually goes about things from a nutritional standpoint first, exercise first, and then last, stance, if everything else don't work, then start talking about, pharmaceutical drugs as, a deterrent to bad health. So that's a great point. I think, man, you made a great point, because that's one of the things I did, man. I actually doubled down on my physical fitness too. That's funny that you said that. I actually incorporated, and here's what I tell you too: make plans, not resolutions. Make plans. So what I've always done is I put my plans and my goals and my dreams up on my mirror in my bathroom, all of my bathrooms, except for the vanity bathroom, which is the general bathroom out of the 3 that we have. But I put those up there, and I have four words at the top. I have the number 4, dirty little words. Again, discipline, accountability, system, and work. And underneath that, Nick, I have get up, read, work out, eat, and execute. And I've been doing that for the past 6 months, and it's been extraordinary, bro. Extraordinary. And another thing is what I'm going to re-up again on, which I did last year in January, first time I ever did in my life. I got on the read a book a week plug.
Mm.
And I'll be the first one to say I didn't read 52 books, everybody. I read 45.
Mm.
That's probably 2 times more than I ever read in a year. And that just kept me locked in, loaded. Now, let me mind you, everybody will be lying to you, Nick, if they said they don't go through some funk once or twice a year. We all do. How do you get out of the funk? You get out of the funk by having people around you that are not in the funk, that are where you want to be, that can get you out of your pity party. Because I had it, and I always acknowledge I usually go through one a year. But 2021, dude, I went through a half of one. And primarily because I was reading books. And when I'm talking about reading books, I ain't talking about frivolous romance novels and all that bull crap. I'm talking about books on business, books on God, books on family, books on leadership, books on technology.
Mm-hmm.
And I also plugged into Audible, and I don't get paid nothing by Audible, but I listen to Audible when I'm going to bed. I listen to Audible when I get up, when I go to the bathroom, and then in the process in between that, I'm reading physical books and I'm taking copious notes. And that just changed my whole perspective on life because I was always plugged into the wire.
Mm.
It was impossible to be down, man. Real talk.
Yeah. A constant reinforcement. You're constantly putting that positive information in those positive messages in your head. So it's almost impossible for anything negative to slip through the cracks there because it's constant.
But here's the key mentorship hack for you. Everything that I read, I immediately apply it.
That's the hack.
You can get over the top with this new age, fluff stuff. And this is what I always tell people. Oh, you may have heard about a Roth IRA, but are you fully funding your Roth IRA every freaking month? If you're not, and it ain't already fully funded, then guess what? You're better off not even knowing about it because the application is better than the reading. Mm-hmm. So what I always do, I always try to challenge the stuff that I read because I'm a deep thinker. I try to disprove if it even works. And if it does work, then I should have been doing it before I even heard about it. Mm. And if it doesn't work, Nick, I immediately stop doing it. And people might say, well, maybe you could do it. No, I developed that habit from discipline. So when I'm reading, what's the book? The one book I'm reading all the time is Winning by Tim Grover on Audible. Or if I'm listening to Relentless, or if I'm listening to The Growth Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck, I'm immediately applying these principles to see if they even know what the hell they're talking about. And when I apply them and I see that they work, dude, I don't stop doing it. Then I become robotic, automated about my business. And then from a goal perspective versus not doing resolutions is the reason why you go up and down like a yo-yo. But I got a goal, a plan. And the reason why we doubled our monthly volume and revenue, because every week we got up and we had a daily goal, a weekly goal, and we had a meeting, even when we didn't want to have a meeting. Mm-hmm. And what I saw, that just reminded me when I used to be in my 20s and 30s working in corporate America, and I always had the passion to be number one in the sales department that I worked in. It just took me back to those days that even when you get the championship, you ain't finished because now you can sneak up on somebody, but to repeat is twice as hard. And it's twice as hard to get up and do that workout when you already got to the body size, you got ripped up, you got slim, you felt more energetic because you think you don't have to do it no more. You got to do it even more to sustain it. Mm-hmm. And that's what people got to do in every aspect of their life. And they got to work with, again, licensed professionals. And that's the thing, that the 7 spheres of money, everybody in our organization, including Nick, is a licensed professional of at least 10 years. And there's nothing wrong that you went out in the world and you figured something out and you didn't have a college degree, you didn't have a certification, and you got out of your predicament, and then you start creating a creative course, training or something for somebody else. But I think at that point, if you really want to be sincere with the people you're working with, you owe it to them to go get licensed and continue in education. Because how can you continue to raise the bar for them if you continue to give them stuff that only work for you? Success is principles of, what they call immutable laws, right? So that's what we practice, and that's what we excite. That's what we're excited about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you said something important about implementing those strategies that you read in the books. I heard you mention not on the show, but maybe in one of our conversations or one of our meetings that you implement something new for at least 30 days before you decide to continue with it or to stop doing it. So that's something else to reiterate and emphasize, because sometimes people, they'll try something for a day, a couple days, a week, a couple weeks, and then give up on it too quickly. So you fully vet these strategies before you decide that you're not going to do it anymore. So I wanted to point that out to the people as well.
And that's a great point that you made. And the reason why I did that, because I've always been taught that it takes 21 days to create a new habit or to destroy a bad habit. It actually is 42 days. And the reason why it takes 21 to get rid of the old one, but then it takes 21 more to reinforce the new one. And these are scientific facts, Nick. So that's the reason why I do that. And so we're supposed to evolve and get better, become a better us every year. And it's kind of like reptiles shed their skin to get their newness. So I should be a different person in my 5th decade of life than I was in my 3rd decade of life. If not, I'm dead. That's reality. And guess what, man? I'm reading a book right now that I'm even surprised I even picked it up. Real talk. And I'm just going to have to give credit where credit is due, because Lincoln said you can learn 2 things from people: what to do and what not to do. So I had in my algorithm, this book popped up, and I was like, dude, I'm not reading this book. But guess what? Dude, Curtis Jackson's Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, known as 50 Cent.
50 Cent, yep.
This book is off the freaking chain, bro. And I'm not a Curtis Jackson or a 50 Cent fan ever, but now I got to give him kudos that this brother shows how he actually evolved from a drug dealer to a business mogul. And you know what the thing I really respect about him the most? He went in and he talks about learning to read. And this dude is reading history books about the 1800s.
Wow.
And then he's given a real life example where he was in the hood to where he grew. Here's the thing. Did you even know that this brother interned in the actual record business before he became a rapper?
I didn't know that.
Who would have known that? So this brother was already, before he started banging and stuff, was actually trying to educate himself, but just got off the wrong path. He had an internship with Run DMC.
Okay, that's what that relationship came from.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So I'm sitting up there, and then he talks about privilege of his children and his baby's mama, how they just wanted to live off of his money, and he was like, "No, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna go out and build your own stuff, and I'm gonna help you out." Then he talked about how people got their wealth in the rap game, and they wanted to be the same person at 20 that they were at 30 and 40, still banging. And then when it wasn't working, they would wonder what the problem was. And then when he started educating himself, getting around other people, this dude made friends with Robert Greene, the guy who wrote 48 Laws, made friendship with Deepak Chopra. You would have never expected that from somebody who's considered to be a drug dealer and a gangbanger. But he has evolved, and he shows and breaks down the science of how he brokered these amazing business deals that he made. And this is what I always would tell people in the hood. Do you know that the kid who's running a multi-million-dollar drug empire can run a multi-million-dollar multinational corporation? Because it's the same laws they're applying. You just got to change your perspective and your outlook and your clothing. So on his book, he's dressed in a 3-piece suit. So, dude, this book off the chain. And I'm surprised that I'm saying, but I'm not surprised, because what do I also talk to people about? Don't follow the personality, follow the principles that people emulate. So that's my first book of the first week of the first year. And dude, I'm eating it up, taking notes. And I'm primarily taking notes about how he brokered his vitamin water deal, and how he brokered a deal on Stars with a show that I don't even care for. But the dude brokered the show where he got 4 spinoffs, and he's making $150 million on this deal, from $17,000 an episode in 2 years to $150 million.
Yeah. yeah. Man,
So if you out there, Curtis Jackson,
yeah.
hats off. And hey, man, let me get you an autographed copy of the ABCs of Wealth, the Compass and Strategy Achieving American Dream, because I thought about that in terms of we have to be sometimes chameleons. We have to be able to navigate the urban world, the corporate world, the black world, the white world, because at the end of the day, it's all one world.
Yep. one world, one currency.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. So now, man, again, put that work in, focus on you. And here's another thing. Stop watching all this reality television BS. Stop gossiping and all that. Make 2022 be about you. Make 2022 be about you. And if you're too busy focusing on making a better you, you can't worry about all that other negative BS out here in this world. Think about that. I watched hardly no television, bro, over the last 6 weeks because we were in the grind. And you know me, I'm a avid sports fan, right?
Yeah.
I had people call, hey man, dude, I got 6 meetings today.
Yeah.
But I thought you don't work the last 2 weeks of December. I gotta work because I gotta help these people out, because they're working with people with just making courses and they don't get to talk to the real person. And even when they talk to the real person, they ain't even a licensed certified professional. Even though they made some success, they're not transparent with you. They're not telling you that 90, 80% of their money they making off the course you buying. Now, mind you, I hear you out there. You're hating. No, guess what? What's the saying? Hey man, don't hate the player, hate the game. But I got one better for you. If you can't beat them, join them. So here's my perspective, is that what I'm telling you is factually that if you are making your money off of courses primarily, just be transparent about it. And if you got yourself out of your situation, which you have the intestinal fortitude that most people don't have, just say it. I got out of it. And guess what? I immediately provided a course for somebody and everybody started buying it. So it made sense for me to keep selling the course. And then at that point, you're fully transparent. Now I have another option to know that if I buy your course, I'm not getting you. And most of your wealth is derived from the course. So I ain't hating the player. I ain't hating the game. You've been beating it. So I'm going to join you, baby. But conversely, you're never going to get that here with us, because you will always get me, Nick, Melvin, James, Dr. Hollowell, Lisa K. Shebar, Kadera. Because we pride ourselves in working with you one-on-one as professionals. And yes, you will get our course, which is a certified course that if you actually listen to it, plug into it, and see what the principles that are proven in the compliance in the financial education and the securities world. And wait a minute, Nick, I think you said something before we came on the show. What'd you say? Somebody told us that the #1 insurance producer in America What did he say to us?
Oh, the number one show. Oh, he said your course is top notch. Top notch information. Him and his team were highly impressed with your family finance 101 course, that 3-hour 18 module course. And
they were so impressed, they referred us to what? Franchise owners at McDonald's, Subway, and invited us to the NBA Summer League Championships first class. Now, mind you, only reason why we're saying this, ladies and gentlemen, because these are people who are making billions of dollars of transactions, and they don't have no skin in the game on what's, favored. They only want to participate in things that work and that's true and solid, that they will stand behind, and they stand behind our course.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you're into the frivolous, sweet sizzle of the packaging, but not the steak, my course ain't for you. And if you need the most digitally, friendly looking stuff, my course ain't for you. But if you want a course that you can go in any, employee benefit program that they use step by step and actually listen to it, apply it, these principles are laws that don't change. Okay? And then here's the great part about it. With the course, I give you a consultation with me. And I don't charge you $10,000. But I could all day, twice on Sunday, better than anybody in the middle class market. Period. So again, if you're serious and you spent your money on a college course, a certification, then that's what our course is designed for you. And when you get beneath the surface, the most important question is, are you applying the stuff? And did you even set up the appointment with the professional who's licensed and proven in corporate America for 10, 15, 30 years? Or did you just do like they do with these other courses where a little 25-year-old gets 300,000 people to follow him and he's telling you lies about, his PhD? Or you get this other person that don't go by their real name. They go by a numeral, alphanumeral, symbol, but they're telling you how awesome, whole life insurance is to make millions of dollars in infinity banking. I'm just saying, because here's the reality. I'm a licensed life, health, home, auto, property, and casualty for several years, and a financial educator. Because if I wasn't, you think the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama would have flown me and Melvin Hobson down there October 31st, 2019, to do financial education for all of their employees if they didn't vet us? And then on top of that, pay us a heavy 5-figure fee and wrote us rave reviews about what we brought to the table. Better yet, do you think that GenPro International, largest commercial cleaning company in North America and Canada, the third largest franchise in the United States, for 20 years, would have commissioned me to teach their franchisees about business, corporate, profits, financial education, if my little itty bitty course didn't have no fruit on it?
Yeah, I think not. I think not.
Man, with that said, bro, let's take this first break. because you're watching this powerful Nick's Knowledge and Notions. And let me say this, kudos to Nick. And the reason why we call this show, his show, Nick's Knowledge and Notions, because if you don't see behind him them hundreds of books, and if I'm not mistaken, I think this brother, I think you got a master's degree. Am I not mistaken?
No, that's correct. I do. I do.
And I think you are a licensed educator. Am I mistaken?
No, you're not mistaken. That's
it might
correct.
be a common theme in the 7 spheres of money. The only people that we roll with are licensed, proven, top of the class. We don't deal with no trash. You can't come on our team talking about you just made some stuff up that you ain't got no proven track record in corporate America.
This is true. This is true.
So as my granddaddy used to say, your wood is wet, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And wet wood, Nick, does what?
It sinks. It sinks.
As they used to say, take us to the break.
Yep. We'll be right back.
Everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach. You just saw me give you 5 secrets to accumulating wealth in the wintertime. Secret number 1, only acquire real estate in the off season. I only acquire real estate from October to January for the past 20 years. And that has helped me create a strong 6-figure income and a 7-figure net worth. And I can teach you how to do the same thing. I'm going to help you and guarantee you how to acquire a property in the next 30 days exclusively. For the first 10 people only here on the Classy Climb. I'm going to get you a $15,000 property with a 12% rate of return in the next 30 days if you're wise enough to invest in yourself. Because if you want to achieve the pom-pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money and peace of mind, then you have to learn the secrets of the wealthy. And the first rule is make your money on the acquisition, not on the sale. I'm DJ the Money Coach. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club for the first 10 people only, exclusively. I'll see you in the webinar.
All right. Welcome back to Nick's Knowledge and Notions. And this is our welcome back New Year 2022 episode. You know, and we're just talking about what we're excited about, you know, what we got coming, you know, this year, you know, and why you should bring in the new year with us and rock with us, you know, in 2022.
That's right. Hey, they say winners accept all challenges, baby. All challenges. And I'm going to tell you, this is what Muhammad Ali said. It ain't bragging if you done it, baby. Mm-hmm. And we putting up a lot of W's. But you know what? We also are humble enough to tell you about our short-term losses that actually were learning lessons to actually help us to have sustainability and winning what really matters in life. God, family, and business. Real talk. So if you want to be in a circle of winners, leaders, and shepherds, then you should plug into our system. If you want to do get rich, get quick, be popular, be famous, you should stick with the other guys. Real talk. Because you're never going to have us tell you we doing something that we don't do. We're not going to be showing you $40 million homes that we claim we own. This won't do it, baby. I don't need to market my services by showing you something that's fake. We're going to bring you that millionaire next door with the black face on it. Real talk.
Yeah. Millionaire Next Door. That's a book that everybody should go read, just in case you don't get that reference.
Right. Yeah. And it's my mentor, you know, George, you know, says, George Frazier, he said, hey man, membership brings benefits. And why do I say that, Nick? Because I had several people, man, and we had record breaking, you know, people acquiring, And I had people, hop on and was like, man, can you tell me what's the name of that book that you talked about on Ericka's interview? And I said, that's for members only, baby. Because you know what? Here's a tip. Here's a hack for you. It ain't called consulting if it's free. Do you honestly think I'm going to give you 25 years of skills, experience, and access to my network for free? Really? Can you go to Fendi, who don't like you? Can you go to Louis Vuitton, who don't like you? Can you go to Gucci, who really don't like you, and ask them for a free any of the things that they have? They won't even give your ass a cup of water.
Nope.
But you will turn around in a New York Minute and ask us, oh, can I get that for free? So let 2022 be about you. Project the best you in 2022. Shut down all the white noise and the distractions and get lean and mean and come out to be the queen or the king you deserve to be. But most importantly, let you start emulating principles of success to demonstrate to your princesses and your princes how to become real kings and queens.
Yeah.
And I gotta say this.
Go ahead and say it.
Because I ain't here to be popular. Okay?
Go ahead and say
I ain't here to be liked. I got one qualification for people I interact with. Respect, baby. And respect is earned. So with that said, I'm going to challenge our people. Stop wearing all this fake stuff. And this is just God telling me, if you don't like it, get off the show. Because what you're going to find out, we own most of the stuff. 98% of stuff we own, baby. Because we take the path less traveled so we can own everything. Stop wearing the fake stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Ain't nobody attracted to that fake stuff. But you know who are? The people who selling it to you. Did you see that video I sent you yesterday with the Death Race 2000 rims on it?
Yep.
And then somebody sent me a link to a website. Dude, they now selling eyelashes for automobiles. Only can you go in the hood, do something stupid to be cool, and then it becomes mainstream that the white corporations make profit off your back. But you look good, you look sexy, you feel good, you feel great. Quit it. Because you at home most of the time alone. And I heard some idiots talk about, oh man, you couldn't even afford an IG model. Guess what? Wouldn't want one. Why would I want to be with some whore who been with everybody or fan only? I thought, you know what? I saw the most embarrassing thing I ever saw. A WNBA player said she ain't making enough money and she too tall, so she started a fan only page, starts showing her body parts for money. You talking about demoralization of the female, the woman who conversely doesn't want to be objectified? Really?
Man, I mean, it's getting so bad that the men are becoming effeminized and they're stooping down to the level of the women. I saw that same website, that you were just talking about. I just saw today a father and son created an account and they're posing nude together.
Oh no, man! Oh, come on! Oh my goodness, man, dude. You know
so,
what?
Yeah, so what you just said about focusing on you on 2022, I want to add on to that and also connect this to what we were talking about offline is knowing your value too. Knowing your value and behaving as if you're a valuable person, because we know our value, and we know our value so much that we're increasing the price on what we're on what we're offering to the people.
Say that again. I think they missed that.
Yeah. The price is going up because we're we undervalued ourselves. Let me
interject. What we did was we dropped our prices down so people can get access to us because they didn't know us.
Right. There you go.
And I was talking to one of my mentors, and I mentioned it. I was talking to Dr. Jolly.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Dr. Jolly, I said, hey, you know what? I lowered my prices so that people can at least taste of what we can have. And I'm okay with that. But don't get it twisted if you don't think I know that I'm number one in my sector, that I'll go against anybody. And the reason why I say that is because guess what? I got 20 years as a financial educator. But what I don't tell these people, I got 30, almost 40 years as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And I also spent about 10 years in corporate America.
Yeah, because financial education is only your most recent entrepreneurial business. Yeah.
Right. I ran a financial planning practice for several years successfully. I ran a cleaning business for several years successfully. So much so successfully that I signed a multi-million-dollar deal with the second largest acrylic company in the world called Ashland Chemical. Look it up, based out of Ashland, Kentucky. And that was when most of you people on these platforms weren't even living. Real talk. You feel me? 1997. So what you were saying is true. We brought down the access point because that's how you met me. You even said, damn, and it still pains me. I gave you access because I wanted to prove beyond a doubt that what we had to offer was better than anything that almost sold to people. Was like, wow, it's so inexpensive, it can't have any value to it. But I didn't do that in corporate America. Let me preface it. I never have lowered my prices in corporate America unless somebody gave me a massive contract. And real talk, I get $6.95, $9.95, $12.95 per employee. And I ain't talking about $6.95. I'm talking about $695 to $1,295 for 1 hour of my time. But I knew in order to get attention in this market, the people that look like us that never see me, because I don't advertise, I don't get on TikTok and all that stuff, I had to make it almost impossible for you not to buy it. So what Nick is saying, and I'll turn it back over to you, is that we're going to just raise up our values back to where they are in corporate America. And let me share this with you, ladies and gentlemen. I do most of my business B2B. I pursue business contracts with other businesses. And when I get their contract, guess what? I get you by default. I don't have to go after you one-on-one. That's a waste of my time at this stage in my life. But however, I am so compelled to help my people that I make myself available because that's my vocation. Back to you, bro. You can go back and tell them.
Oh yeah,
that's what you do.
Oh yeah. No, I was, I was just making a point that you don't, when you know your value, you don't participate in that foolishness. And and there's certain things that you can't put a dollar amount on. So you can make 40, 50K a month, degrading yourself, but can you really put a dollar amount on that? So for 2022, as you're focusing on you, focus on your value and knowing your value. Because we're doing the same. We're doing the same. So that's all I wanted to say on that right there. To add on to focusing on yourself in 2022.
Character.
Yeah.
Character, brother. Character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to challenge you, brothers out there who have young daughters. Man, stand up. Stand up. Don't let your daughter become prey to somebody, and don't let your daughter turn into one of these silly caricatures that we see out here on these mediums. And here's the thing, you ain't here to be their friends. You're here to be their stewards. Steward them. And when you see things that going a little bit different than what you expect, hey, have a nice conversation with them best you can and show them that, hey, this ain't how we ride. And there's a saying, hey, man, when we grew up in the hood, we were poor financially, but we wasn't poor in what it matters the most, which is character and dignity.
There it is.
And we got away from that.
Yep.
So that's why we said we're going back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the basics, ladies and gentlemen. You know, be that person that your child will be proud to say, that's my mom. That's my dad. No, I'm not going to fall for this silly stuff over here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Be a quote unquote high value man or woman in terms of character and integrity, not just on paper.
Right.
Since that's the term that's being,
Yeah. I mean, it's so foolish, man. Again, I go back to what my grandfather told me. He said, hey, he said, Dale, if you lose money, you ain't lost nothing. If you got your health. You lose a friend, you've lost something. But you lose that name on the back that I gave you, you lost everything. And here's the reality. It takes 30 seconds to dissolve 30-year reputation. And if you want to see the most recent example of it, look at that idiot Antonio Brown. Just a damn fool. No, he don't have CTE. He's got problems because from the day he was found to have superhuman talent, he's been given special treatment all along the way that and these people don't realize, he got kicked out of his own freaking house when he was like 12, 14 years of age. So the pattern had already started because he was so special, and somebody else took him in because he had all this talent, because they were going to do what? They were going to use him for their own benefit. And now that's become Antonio, you're so special. Guess what? Again, ain't hating the player, ain't hating the game. In this situation, I can relate because guess what? I used to be a little bit like that when I was younger. But you get to a certain point when you lose people who you really care about because, you just keep abusing stuff. And at 31, 32 years of age, bro, there's no excuses for you, because if he didn't have none of that talent, nobody would be putting up. He'd be in jail or he'd be dead.
Yep.
And the first thing he does is he go on to whatever these mediums and talk about his rap song and all this, but you just embarrassed yourself and your family over stupidness. But we applaud that. And that goes for white people to do it, Asian people to do it, Hispanic people who do it, anybody that's doing that stupid stuff. And just because you get paid $1, if you think these people are happy, boy, you are being fooled. And I'll paraphrase this. It says in BK1, what does a man gain if he gained every riches of the world, but he lost his soul? Nothing. So, didn't mean to get on the soapbox, but the reality is we own this platform, baby.
Yeah.
And I know what you probably say, but we're broadcasting simultaneously to YouTube off our own platform.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Baby. Hey, I mean, they need to hear it. They need to hear it anyway, too. Gotta give them this medicine. So they need to hear it.
Need to hear it. And again, man, we want to applaud those 800 people that are real winners, leaders, and shepherds. See, that's our tribe, the tribe of winners. What is the definition of a winner? A man or a woman who does the right thing when it's not popular. That's a winner. They will not sacrifice their morals, their ethics, or principles to win at anything. That's a winner. What's a leader? A leader who will do the right decision in the unpopular times, because popularity is not their purpose. It is to lead the people who need to be led the right way for life. That's the definition of a leader. And what's a shepherd? A shepherd is the person man or woman who actually helps those in our society who are less fortunate, less healthy, less accessibility, and treats them at the same level that they're at. So if you want to be part of a real organization, winners, leaders, and shepherds, that's when you come talk to us. So 800 to us, it only took 300, baby, to take down the walls of Jericho.
There you go.
Real talk. So we got almost 3 times. And it only took 12 to convince 1 billion plus people to be believers. So I'm excited about you 800 people that subscribe to our platform. And if we don't get another one more, we don't need another one more. Real talk. So thank you for subscribing, sharing. And what you see, you don't see me on IG. We post a little bit of stuff because we don't need to. This is exclusivity, baby. And if being right, I don't want to be wrong, baby. Respect. And then I'm going to drop that Latin on you. Veni vidi vici. Because when you're a winner, baby, and everything is equally accessible to, hey, we will get the W. And if Veni vidi vici means I came, I saw, and I conquered. And it ain't over till we win. But we ain't going to cheat to win.
That's right. That's right.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yep.
I'm excited, man. 2022 is here. 2022 is about what? Dreams, plans, goals, and being the best you. And you're working so much on yourself, you don't have time to listen to anybody else's noise.
That's
You
right.
don't have time enough to watch anybody else's bullcrap programs. Now, don't get me wrong. You should have some entertainment. You should have some relaxation, all in moderation. And you should look inside yourself to be the best you. And here's another tip. My mother taught me. My mother said, guess what? If you can't make yourself happy, how can you make somebody else happy? And it's not your responsibility to make him or her happy. It's your responsibility to be the best you can be so they can compliment, or you can compliment the best him or her.
There it is.
But we got it twisted where, oh, you got to treat me like this every day and all this drama. Hey, baby, guess what? I ain't looking for the Ferrari no more. I'm looking for that Lexus, this nice, reliable, solid, with quiet, smooth ride that no on maintenance.
Yep. Longevity too. Yep.
So the Ferraris out there, I applaud you, but guess what? Ferraris always end up alone and they up on a pedestal while people are just gawking at them, but you never see nobody driving them every day of the week. But you do see them rolling in them Lexus every day of the week, baby.
Yeah.
So be a Lexus, baby. Relentless pursuit of perfection. Quiet, no drama, no baby mamas and all that stuff.
Oh man. Yeah, I think before we get out of here, we should talk to the people about how they can get with us, and because they get you, they don't get the course. They don't get a Facebook group, but they actually get you. So, we should head out of here by talking to the people about how they can get with
you. Tee it up, baby. Tee it up, Nick. Tell them how we can help them out, Nick. Tee it up, and I'll close it.
All right.
I'll be the closer, and you be the opening act.
All right.
Alpha and Omega.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yes, as DJ mentioned, we are taking you back to the basics. And what does that mean? That means going back to the foundation, because we see all the fancy stuff. We see, how to flip a property or how to invest in cryptocurrency and become a millionaire in 2 weeks. But we take you back to the basics. What are the basics? The basics are becoming debt free.
Consumer debt free.
Yep, consumer debt free. The basics are boosting that credit score, that FICO score up to 800. The basics is getting on that pay yourself first program, getting that emergency fund set up, getting that Roth IRA set up, and fully funding that Roth IRA. The basics is becoming not just an entrepreneur, doing business as your your mentor likes to say, but becoming certified entrepreneur. Getting your business structure set up the proper way, by working with an accountant, a tax attorney. That's the foundation. That's getting back to the basics. And of course, we could give you some general guidelines on how to do that, but why not get that tailored one-on-one coaching for your specific situation? And only the DJ the Money Coach team can offer that to you.
Hey, you know what? We are the only ones on the platform that does it. And what does that look like? We actually give you an actual assessment.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like Nick said, I'm licensed, baby. Real talk.
Official.
Used to be a certified estate advisor, licensed. Used to be a chartered senior financial planner, licensed. Used to have securities license, 663, you name it. You can look it up on FINRA.org, baby. Done that, been that. Did it for over 10 years successfully. Millions of dollars managed successfully. Okay? So, also built an amazing course back in 2005. Yep, it's an old pamphlet. You know what? But let me ask you a question. Did they make a new version of Think and Grow Rich? Did they make a new version of The Millionaire Next Door? Wait a minute. Did they make a new version of Rich Dad, Poor Dad? So why should I make a new version of the Family Finance 101 when it's actually helped 25,000 people?
Timeless.
Timeless, baby. Timeless. Timeless. Check it out. Here's a book right here. Now, Your Time to Win by Dave Dean. This book was written in 1973. And you know what, Nick? I read this every year. Timeless. Timeless. Why is back to the basics so important? Because guess what? You can stumble into $1 million, but you don't know how to manage $1 million. You know how I know? Because 85% of lottery winners 3 years later are more in debt than they ever were before they won the lottery. You know why? Because they don't know the basics of how money makes money for money. Or they don't even know how the tax laws work at a new tax bracket. Or they get the sexy, shiny things like the LLC because I can just go on my state, insurance corporation, website and pay $200 and now become a one-member manager of an LLC, but it ain't even properly structured. But how would I know that? Because I used to do incorporations when you didn't have access. There wasn't even a portal, my friend. I started getting people incorporated in 97, 98. When it was hard as hell, when you would pay an accountant $1,500, $2,500 to get incorporated. I might know a little bit about an LLC. I might know a little bit about the 8 legal entities of corporations. And why is it even today that the C Corporation still creates the most money for businesses, international and national? I wonder, could it be something that it goes back to the beginning when the Magna Carta was created that actually is based on how the incorporation of the United States is? The LLC has only been around for about 25 years. Wait, hold up. Yeah, the Roth IRA was started in 1998. I got my securities license 4 years later. And when I was teaching people about the Roth IRA, when it was like Chinese language to anybody, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, what is a Roth IRA? I can get tax-free profits for the rest of my life? Oh, you're lying, Dale. You're lying. Now, oh yeah, I got a Roth IRA. Oh, I got an LLC. Okay, it's fully funded, boss. You're actually using the proper structure of your LLC for tax purposes and liability purposes. Or do you need to be a corporation, an S corp, a limited partnership, or a general partnership? Oh, I didn't really know that. Oh, well, wait a minute. You make $150,000 a year for 3 years in a row, and you're paying 38% taxes, but your accountant, who's just an order taker, is just doing your taxes and just getting free money for you, and they're not telling you where the next step in business is because they really don't care about you knowing. And here's another thing, Nick, they really don't know. So when you do a consultation with me, and in 5 minutes I break that shit down, don't get mad at me. Get mad at that lazy ass accountant you got. Get mad at that lazy ass attorney you got, or better yet, get mad at yourself because you were penny wise and dollar foolish. So that's why these back to the basics is so important, because in sports analogies, anytime a team gets off a track, what do every great coach do? We're going back to the basics. Newt Rodney used to say every year when he was the coach of Notre Dame, this is a football. And we're going to hand it off first and foremost, and you're going to block right, block left. In basketball, what wins championships? Defense. On the offense, if you're a point guard, you need to know how to shoot what? Free throws.
Free throws.
Not three-pointers. How many three-pointers win a damn championship game? But how many championships are lost because somebody couldn't hit 80% at the free throw line? Now, let me go to my number one sport, and your number one sport, I think, baseball. How many home runs win championship games? Most of the times, it's saves, walks, and errors. And how do you eliminate that? Back to the basics. So this ain't sexy to you because you're trying to get rich, get quick. It don't last. So we're going to go back to the basics, and we're going to apply emergency fund, Roth IRA, self-employment pension plan. If you own a business and you're going to operate like a corporation and be around 10 years later. Oh, no. Better yet, 20 years later. Oh, no. Better yet, 30 years later. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, baby. I'm still standing. Okay. Then we're going to show you how to take that corporate dollar and the 3 steps to success. And I want y'all to see that. Nick, what is the date on the back of that pamphlet?
Well, let me blow that up, actually. Let me blow that up.
Blow it up, bro. What does it say?
Oh, yeah. That says 2008. April 5th, 2008. April 24th, 2008. May 13th, 2008.
Yeah. We've been rolling, baby. Nick, do this for me. Pull up my regular website. Pull up Duransburg.com.
Okay.
There's a thing called SIPC. SIPC. Pull up Duransburg.com. So I just want to show you my resume. Not my receipts, my resume. I didn't stumble onto YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I built a business, and then I was smart enough to utilize it. So click on events. And if you can blow that up, you can see 3 steps to success. We're traveling across the country, baby, doing seminars, trainings, getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, bro. And look at that. Family Finance 101. 3 steps to success. Los Angeles, Atlanta, Chicago, Great Lakes Investment Group. We still doing the same program, Nick, because the principles and the actual success is still the same, Nick. Then click on events, Nick. Click on the events tab. Better yet, do you want even better? Click on the choose life tab, and let's just see if any of these people still on my team from 2005. Scroll on down, brother. Look at that. Family Finance 101. Look at the team. Yep. These same courses we get paid in corporate America. Look at that. Number 7, employee benefit program in compliance with ERISA Act 404C. Look it up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you don't even know what that is. Scroll down, bro.
All right.
Okay. So go up to About DI. I'm sorry. Go up to About DI because I want to get them and look at that. Hold up. Right. My corporate number has not changed. About DI. Yep. My corporate number and my email address has not changed in 20 years.
Yeah.
Is anything called stability? Sustainability? Click on About DI, scroll down. Let me see how many people on my team still on our team. Still on my team. Still on my team. Oh, Melvin Hobson, still on my team. Lolita, she doesn't work in that industry. Lisa K. Shebar, still on my team. Clarence Archibald, still on my team. Do I need to say any more? That website was built in 2005. But hold up. Click on what's new. Click on what's new. Scroll down a little bit. Power Network series. With who? Dr. George Fraser. Click on FraserNet.com. Click on that tab.
Let me go to that other tab. All right.
Let's just give them a little education, brother.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, here we go. There it is.
Look at that. Number one networking conference in the world. And I used to be on all their stages, bro. Let's go back. Give another history. Okay. E-Women Network. Click on back on my website. Just give them a little education of why our Back to the Basic course is universally the best in class. Look at that. So scroll down. Look at that. So right here, ain't no brag, ain't no boast. These are real successful people in America, not just Black America, in America, brother. Click on that tab right there, All-Star Blackout Party. That's Anthony Thomas, former #1 draft for the Chicago Bears, when his rookie year rushed over 1,000 yards, prompting us. Who is that? That's the Godfather right there, Ron Harris.
Yep.
This is 2006, Nick. This is at the P. Diddy Blackout Party in Houston, Texas, NBA All-Star Weekend, brother. Yep. We had over 5,000 people in this joint and made over $1 million in revenue, bro. One night. Scroll down. So these people could just get an education, brother. See, I was even fatter then. Still rolling to the hole, bro.
Yep.
2006. Might know a little bit about, top tier events. You feel me?
Yep.
So scroll off of that one. I think I got one more tab on there under what's new.
Okay.
Because we just want to educate, because we don't have to promote this stuff. Real bad boys move in silence, baby.
That's right.
So scroll down a little bit. The Buddy Mate, the yacht party, the merch, all that stuff. Been there, done that, baby. Been there, done that. You see what I'm saying? Sponsors up the wazoo, man. You can take it off of that now. This is the reason why we go back to the basics. Because my corporation has been around, baby. And then we just start, evolving to DJ the Money Coach. And that just came from my baseball background, coaching young kids in STEM programs, and then taking and using what I like doing is coaching people in business, real business, and giving them access to STEAM, science, technology, entrepreneurship, access, and mentorship.
Yep.
Real talk, baby. Real talk. So, hey, if you want to get your things right and you want to have sustainability and you want to win long-term, not short-term like microwave or fast food, which after you have it 30 minutes and you sit it down and it gets warm, it tastes like garbage and they throw it in trash. And there's a movie you should watch to have you cracking up. It's called The Weatherman with Nicolas Cage. And they would throw shakes and stuff at him, and he couldn't figure out why it was, because they were like, "You a fast food, dude. You're not a real scientist."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going back to the basics. And back to the basics is, once you have that foundation in place, it's impossible to crumble. And can we do the sophisticated, savvier investments that everybody think is hot and trendy? Yes, we can. But we don't have to dabble in that stuff, because we just want to be around, mind our own business, be the best us, and live the pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. And that starts with getting consumer debt free. That starts with creating a business that'll give you reoccurring revenue passively to meet your reoccurring expenses on a monthly basis. And once you got that done, you can live in America, anywhere on the planet, debt free, ladies and gentlemen, only making $8,333 a month. There's not much you need when your house is paid off, your cars are paid off, you have no student loans, you have no credit card debt that's not revolving that you pay off every 30 days, because most of your household expenses, even in a $500,000 house, Nick, if the house and all your other debt is paid off and you just have the house note at a 2% interest rate, your expenses with everything, with 4 children, is only about $5,000 a month. So tell me, what are you doing with the other $3,333 a month that's coming in passively for you? You're enjoying a high quality life and doing what you want to do, and you don't have to genuflect and live on your knees. Mm-hmm. Now, here's what I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't going to be able to achieve this overnight if you're just getting started. So stop fooling yourself. Because when I had $60,000 worth of credit card debt and a 525 credit score, it took me 6 years to get out from underneath that rock. And I never filed bankruptcy. And then 4 years later, I hit 6-figure income and I had a 7-figure net worth. So really, it took me 10 years, man, to be an overnight success. And then I lost a lot of stuff from engaging in some risky investments, but I didn't ever lose my home because I secured the stability first, and then I played with some play money. So I might be able to relate to you if you are in the pharmaceutical compound business. I might be able to relate to you if you're in the cleaning business. I might be able to relate to you if you're in the entertainment business. I might be able to relate to you if you're in the sports business. I might be able to relate to you if you're starting a tax service. You know why? Because I've done those. So what experience have you had that I have not had? Does that make sense? Who would you rather sit down with? Somebody who's experienced some stuff before you have that can tell you, hey, Nick, there's a landmine right to the right of you. You don't see it, but I've already walked in it. Hey, man, just trust me. Don't go to the right. No, I'm going to go to the right, and you walk in the landmine. And you might say that's not part. They have shown scientifically commercials where they have subliminal messages in the commercial. Have you seen those commercials where they'll slow it down and show the clown walking through, tossing balls up, but when they show it in full speed, it doesn't even look like he's there.
Yeah, you don't notice it. Yep.
Exactly. And that's why they outlawed subliminal marketing in the United States about 40 years ago. But you wouldn't know that because you don't do any research, you don't study, you just watch videos. Oh, by the way, I also am in the logistics truck business. Oh, Nick, one last time, bro. Pull up lightninglogistics.com for me.
Okay.
Logistics.com. One of the largest independent operating truck companies in the state of Texas. Lightning-logistics.com. Pull it up. See, this is my resume, baby. In this company, they paid me and Melvin to do this little, stupid course with this pamphlet, tens of thousands of dollars, just recently, as 18, 20 months ago. So much so, Nick. Pull up, okay. Go to Driver Center Services. Does it say Driver Center?
Yep.
Yep. Scroll down where it says Resources.
Okay.
Yep. Scroll down where it says financial resources. What do you see right there, Nick?
I see www.sevenspearsofmoney.com.
I wonder whose company that is. And we can show you videos with us in the classroom with this little silly course that don't mean nothing to a couple of people who say, oh, man, you're selling some garbage. Okay, if it was so much garbage, why does company still got it on their website? Yeah, we don't need to open that up. But my point is, Lightning Logistics, they making 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year. They have their own brewery. They make their own beer that's in all of the HEBs in Texas. If I was not the real deal, you think they still have my website on their website?
Nope.
Their HR person video came in, knocked her stuff off the plate, helped her out, and then she put me in front of everybody every third Saturday. And I have attended, Nick, prior to the pandemic, the two largest logistic conferences in the country, brother. MAX, that's in Louisville, Kentucky in March. And the other conference that's in Dallas every August, brother. So if I wasn't legit and my little course wasn't real, these are white companies. Don't mean nothing to me. Mm-hmm. But you think the white company gonna let the brother come in and put his shit up on their website?
Yeah, nah, no, yeah, not it's not official. Yeah,
woo, baby. 2022 is about being the best you, and it starts with back to the basics. Mm-hmm. And what you get, ladies and gentlemen, you get the course, the best selling course on financial education in corporate America. And I just showed you amazing real life examples of people who are using our course right now that paid us thousands of dollars for an hour. 3 hours, 18 modules. Use the module that you need. If you need to know how to refinance your home, and yes, I purposely use old data principally, and all you got to do is update it with the principles. So if the interest rates are now 3% versus the 7% that I show in the course, use some basic common sense. Better yet, just get the consultation. And I'll show you what the translation in the taxes and the inflation to today. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to update some of the stuff, but I don't have to. If you need to know about probate and estate tax laws and homestead, and most importantly, are you applying it? Because you know what I found, Nick? Even if anybody that said anything remotely that's not positive, you know what I know about them? 98% of people I've sat down with over the past 12 months don't even have a fucking will. 98% of them, Nick, who are in the healthcare business don't even have a durable power of attorney to resuscitate their asses. But they got children, they got real estate, they got cars, but they don't got this one little fucking document that can take care of the rest of their family because they know better. And you know what I know, Nick? It ain't never gonna change. So if you ain't gonna go get a will, why should I change my immutable principles of success in my family finance 101 course if you won't even go get a will? And the estate tax laws are changing at the end of 2026, just like they did in 2016 and 2008. How do I know, Nick? Because I'm licensed, and it's my job to know. Let me leave you with another nugget, ladies and gentlemen. When you have somebody promoting to you insurance and securities business, and they're licensed, and they're not telling you about it, that's a violation of best business practices. And what you'll find out, and I'm not calling anybody out, when they start doing this shit, immediately they go and terminate their license. Because it's called outside business practices. Or you have to have errors and omissions for the shit you're saying because you didn't tell them that you were a licensed professional selling them products and services. Nick, do I sell products to people? No. I teach them all about the laws, the principles, and then I tell them Go link up with our registered investment advisor, Melvin Hobson. Go talk to our certified public accountant, James Lane Jr. of 30 years. Oh, go talk to our attorney, Lisa K. Shebar. But you got kids out here telling people about life insurance products, investment products, with no recourse for their actions that are negative to that person is out here desperate trying to get help. And when I mean desperate, you could be making $250,000, but just because you make $250,000 don't mean you have high financial intelligence. You just got high income. And that's not high income because the top 1% make over $1 million. And let me tell you this, your wealth generates money without your effort. So if you're high income, you're not middle class if you don't produce middle class income through your wealth passively. Real talk. That's why we're going back to the basics, because we have figured out that over the last 6 months, it is so important that so many people are not financially literate in America, and it's twice as much in our own community that we have been compelled to go back to the basics. And we're going to go back to the basics and give you, for a limited time, the course that I get, again, $695, $995, and $1,295 from Lightning Logistics all day, twice on Sunday. We're going to give you that course. We're going to give you a consultation with myself, with Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor, and the 20 ABCs of Wealth, Common Sense Strategy, Achieving American Dream. We're going to get that to you if you're smart and you're serious. If you're not smart and you're not serious, do not click on any link of ours. I'm going to say that again. If you're not smart and you're not serious, do not click on any link of ours. Because you know what we're not going to do anymore, Nick? We're not giving any refunds. Because once you automatically get my course and you download it, I can't get it back. Once you get my book, I can't get it back. Regardless if you like it or not, you need to make sure this is what you want to do. Because you tell me, you can go to what store, software store. I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm not talking about Home Depot. I'm not talking about Amazon. But Salesforce, Quicken, they're not giving you a fucking refund when you download their software. You hear me? Because you should have did your due diligence to get that software. I don't need your money. Don't need your money at all. But you need our help. And you know who I'm talking to. Because if you're watching this and you're listening and you don't have the 7 spheres of money relationships in place, if you are proactive, you have a relationship. If you make $50,000 a year as a professional, getting new in your life from 25 to 30, you don't have a relationship with no attorney. If you just bought a house, that's the only time you're going to have a relationship, or somehow by chance you got sued by somebody, which is very unlikely, or you had to sue somebody, which is very unlikely. But if you're in your 35, 40, your household income is $150,000 a year, and you don't have an ongoing relationship with your accountant, your attorney, and your business financial planner, you are naive at best. And then if you own a business that actually makes $250,000 to $1 million a year, and you don't have a relationship in your network with all 7 spheres of money, and we're going to end on this, Nick, because, see, I took 7 years to put this together, bro, because I did my freaking research on what my needs were as a business owner. Number 1, accounting. Number 2, insurance. Number 3, banking. Number 4, financial planning. Number 5, real estate. Number 6, estate planning. And number 7, legal. Then you ain't running a business. It's like Nick said, you in business. Because you can't show me a franchise or a small business that makes $250,000 to $1 million a year. You don't have all 7 of those departments under their entity structure, because they wouldn't be in fucking business if they did. So we put it all together for you over the past 20 years so you can get right like rain. So we're only talking to the people who are serious and really have looked underneath their hood and say, you know what, I'm coming up short over here. I make $100,000. I'm in the 33, 35 tax bracket, and I'm tired of giving Uncle Sam $35,000 of my money every year. I own a small business, but I don't have business interruption insurance. But I got a contract for 12 months for $500,000. And if the pandemic hits and they stop, my family's broke. But if you were wise enough to get business interruption insurance, but your people don't know what the hell it is because they're not in that business, that's why you need to call us. And we're going to do all of that back to the basics that we get all day, twice on Sunday. Over $2,000 for what I just showed you for less than $200. And this ain't no advertisement, but I'm just talking to the people who want to get right and get back to the basics in 2022. Because I'm free. Nick is almost free. Nick, did you have a good birthday? Did the 7 spheres of money take care of you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Good birthday, Christmas, and New Year's.
Did you get a great bonus?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, did you know me 4 years ago?
4 years ago? Nah, it was less than 4.
You stumbled upon me on another show, and you had already read a lot of books, went through a lot of programs, and we stood out like a beacon. Real talk.
Absolutely.
And that's what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the fruit on my tree right here. A person I didn't know from Adam literally 4 years ago that now has become my right-hand man because we, not me, our system helped him become successful, and he was already successful. Raised his game so much so, ladies and gentlemen, that we can tell you for sure within 24 months, Nick will have the option not to work for nobody ever again in his life. So I'm excited. It's Happy New Year. We are grateful for you guys partaking in our system because we're building something that can't nobody take from us. And if you want to be a part of the winners, the leaders in the Shepherd tribe, and have that pom-pom lifestyle, hit that link below. Kick the tires on us. You won't be dissatisfied. I guarantee you that. So, hey, I'm DJ the Money Coach. Turn it back over to the host of his show, Nick Westbrooks.
Yep. Yes. So if you're serious and you want to get down with us and get right for 2022, the link is in the chat as well as down in the video description. So just to tie everything back together, it's a new year, 2022. Get your health right, focus on you, get your mental right also. Know your value, and it's going to be a great year. So you've been watching Nick's Knowledge and Notions NQ Science Series, brought to you by the 7 Spheres of Money. And continue to like, share, and subscribe so we can get the message out to more people, because this is the message that the people need to hear. And as always, we wish you a pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. And we want you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club. And your beach doesn't have to be sand or water, but your beach is where you find your tranquility, your peace of mind, and your personal freedom in 2022.
Hey, before we go, show them where they can get in touch with us, because they probably don't know our new website, which is the only one you should be going to, DJTheMoneyCoach.com.
Right. So I put it down there in the ticker. So, yep, DJTheMoneyCoach.com. Our phone number is 866-395-3042. And our email is nick@DJTheMoneyCoach.com. So that's how you can get in contact with us.
Hey, and what's the best way to let people know that we're doing a good job? Show them what the people think about us. Forget about me being over the top, flamboyant, and all that. Let the people talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we back. It's 2022. Be the best you. Dreams, plans, and goals. And man, we love you. If you don't realize that, we love you sincerely. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yep. And we will see you next week on Nick's Knowledge and Notions. Take care, everybody.
Everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach. You just saw me give you 5 secrets to accumulating wealth in the wintertime. Secret number 1, only acquire real estate in the off season. I only acquire real estate from October to January for the past 20 years, and that has helped me create a strong 6-figure income and a 7-figure net worth. And I can teach you how to do the same thing. I'm going to help you and guarantee you how to acquire a property in the next 30 days exclusively for the first 10 people only here on the Classy Climb. I'm going to get you a $15,000 property with a 12% rate of return in the next 30 days if you're wise enough to invest in yourself. Because if you want to achieve the pom-pom lifestyle, which is plenty of money and peace of mind, then you have to learn the secrets of the wealthy. And the first rule is make your money on the acquisition, not on the sale. I'm DJ the Money Coach. Come join us on the Beaches of the World Club for the first 10 people only, exclusively. I'll see you in the webinar.
Hello, my name is Crystal Jones, and I'm in the healthcare field. I would like to take the opportunity to thank Ericka Williams and DJ the Money Coach, along with his team, for providing valuable gems to help me get on a successful financial path. And yes, I am ready for that pom-pom lifestyle. Have a good day.
So I just got off my consultation with DJ the Money Coach. The reason I decided to get up with DJ was because I saw him on a couple different platforms, and he seemed like he really knew what he was talking about, and some of the things he said resonated with me. And that was confirmed once I got on the phone with him. And about 45 minutes, he gave me enough gems, enough game to probably save me thousands and thousands of dollars, because I was leaving so much money on the table from tax advantages, business structure, so on and so forth. So if you're looking for somebody that has experience, if you're looking for somebody that actually can do what they say they can do, I would advise you to rock out with DJ the Money Coach. DJ, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything.